Okay, welcome back to episode 2 on React, or building an application with ReactJS on Next.JS. Welcome back to episode 2. If you haven't watched episode 1 and you're kind of like, what's going on, I'll post a link to episode number 1 on the description box down below, so feel free to check that out. Otherwise, feel free to follow along and continue this tutorial with us. Today is very simple. I want to talk about creating a navigation system for our Next.js React app. Let's first start this. Let's say npm run dev. So now we can just hit fresh or enter. This is hello, welcome to Next.js. Great. Looks pretty good. Let's build an about page. So we're gonna go to the pages directory and create a new file and call it about.js. We'll just copy this and I'm gonna do this, except I'm gonna say this is gonna be called, no, how about page? I like about page. It says hello. Let's change this to like, this is the about page. This is the about. So we're gonna just refresh that. If we look at our terminal, it compiled everything automatically. Thank you, Webpack. And now, and look at that, it even built this page out for us, which is really, really nice. And it was just that simple to create it. Notice if we go to our pages, our URL is what matches this file name. So for example, if we rename this to like about us, then about will not work anymore. You see that? It doesn't work anymore. But if we put in about us, then it works. So it's very important to note whatever this file name is, that's what the URL or the base URL is going to be, the path name. So I'm just going to change this back to about. Probably the most important part about any application, it's a navigation tool. We need some sort of links. We need some sort of something to be able to navigate from one page to another. So how do we go about doing that? Well, let's talk about. Look, we can easily just put a link here, right? You can put a link, let's say about page. And we could say href/about. And if we go to the home page, then we got about page, and then we click this, and then it takes us there, and that works pretty good. And we could do this, and we could just say index page. Index. Let's refresh that. Okay, so we got a link here. Okay, this kind of works. It works pretty well. Gets us from one page to another. But this is, making a pretty hard request, like a server side thing. Like, hey, get me this data from this actual page. And if anybody knows anything about JavaScript, is that if you did this, this would not work as a JavaScript single page application. This would actually make a request to a server to fetch the index page or the home page. And this is currently running off of Webpack, so it works to an extent right here. But if we actually put this on some sort of server, this is not going to work. This is not the client side way of doing things. So to really make this more optimal for to make it work like on the server right off the bat, and also just to make it work on the client side once it's become a single page application for Next.js, we want to use a tool called here. We'll say like, okay, let's import link from Next.js, next/link. There we go. I think nothing breaks at the moment. Let's find out. Anything breaks? Nothing breaks. Let's go back to the index page. And now this is a component. So we could use this component and say link, and it's just going to be a wrapper. It's going to be a wrapper kind of as a high order function. In the front end, it looks the same. It acts as a regular component. So we have this thing right here. Actually, let's go back to the about page as well and insert the same link. So we're gonna go here. Let's do that, and we want to put the same wrapper up in here. Okay, there we go. So we say index, about page, everything looks good. It functions the same. When you look at this on the front end, it's just a regular link. It looks like a regular link. If we go to the React panel, right here you can see the link component that we inserted. And this is a Next.js thing. Next.js will know how to handle this on its side. You just don't have to worry about it. You just have to worry about it as a link component. And inside here, you can put anything. It could be a button if you want. So it could be a button. Whoops. And actually, I messed up because this doesn't go there anymore. You have to put the href right here on the link. You got to put this attribute in the link component. And so we do that. And let's do the same thing for this. We'll leave this there just to tell, so you can see the difference. And we'll put this href attribute on the link component on the index page. And we go here. Oh, it's still a button, but it still works. It acts as a link. So you could put any HTML tag inside this link component, but it's still going to act like a link, which is a good thing. The link component actually accepts another attribute called as, and we can just say a server. So if I click here now, you're gonna see that it's still the about page, but it's disguised as the a. If we click enter, it's a 404. So you can tell that this is a JavaScript thing happening. You know that's not a real page. If we go back here and click this, this is only client side. We know that if we press enter, if we do a hard refresh on the browser, it's not gonna work. But if we type about, that still works. So that's really good to note. That's another powerful tool with Link. It makes it super easy to disguise the URL to something that you want it to be. So let's talk about styling now. What if we want to make the text of the menu items maybe like size 40? Well, we're going to write a style attribute that in React it accepts an object, and we're going to say font size 40 pixels. Let's refresh that. Let's see what happens. Now we have this ginormous menu item. Let's just copy this and add it to the about menu item. Let's see what happens if we try to add this. Let's take this one away. Whoops. And add it to the link tag. And we'll add this. As you can tell, if you're ever going to do some styling on the link items, you might want to do it on the tags nested inside. Otherwise, it doesn't take effect of what we just added. So this is how you build a navigation system using React components with Next.js framework. You just call the link component from that Next provides, and you put this link component inside your about page component, and you give it an href tag, whatever that URL might be, and then you nest any elements you want inside the link tag or inside the link wrapper component, and you put all the styling inside that nested item. And that is how you build a navigation system. All right, I hope this was helpful. This was an interesting one. But again, if you guys are interested in looking at this code, I will post the link to the GitHub repo at the description box. Feel free to check that out in case you have questions and you want to use that as a reference or something. If you have any questions, please leave it on the comment box down below. Let me know what you want to see next. I'm thinking about creating share components where we grab this thing right here and we post it somewhere else, you know, so it becomes kind of a reusable component or something like that, some crazy shit like that. So let me know what you want to know next, and we'll make a video on that. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.